Questions would be on the resolutions only at this time. Limited to the resolutions only. I'm just reading it off here. So, what do we have here yet? Very little. On my right, your left, first row, second row, third row. Any comments on the resolutions only? The rear row, over to my left, your right, first row, resolutions only, second row, third row, back row.
The CIR, oh, sorry. Oh, from there, sorry. Right, because I'm standing in an empty way. Do I swear in or do you just talk? Audrey Winsinger.
And address.
520 Main Street, Lumberton, New Jersey, 08003. The CIRG grant resolution, could you explain to me? I mean, I know what the CIRG grant is. I'm just wondering why is it appropriating funds that maybe aren't there? I'm just trying to understand it.
Josh?
It's a interior grant for a hair salon moving into the Fairgrounds Plaza. There are sufficient funds there. It's a new business.
Understood.
The same one that Rock Paper was using.
Yeah. No. I understand what the CIR. I just didn't know. It was unclear as to whether it was creating, responding to an application, or if it was appropriating funds to be available. But I'm thinking what I'm hearing from Josh is they are available, and there is an application. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions from the row against the wall there? No. Okay, hearing no other questions on the resolutions, close that portion, move on to the resolutions. Any discussion on the resolution? Basically on the resolution. Don't have the update. How the heck that happen? Any discussion on these resolutions, guys?
Let me get this clear, there is only one, right?
No, there's,
No.
I
We're
emailed
adding
it.
the other
Yeah.
ones in. Do we have to make a motion to add those resolutions?
I revised and emailed it out
Yeah,
to
there
you,
was an email, I'm sorry.
but I
didn't
did not print out the revised agenda for you.
Okay.
I read it, but I didn't print it. This is to do with the demolition adjustment, right, the contract?
Yes.
Well, I see the ones on the desk in front of us.
And I put the resolutions on the desk, I just forgot
Well,
to
that's why I went and
copy
checked
that,
what was at
printed
the door to see whether or not I was
the
missing.
updated agenda that was emailed out.
So is there any questions on these three resolutions? Do you have them now, Dwayne?
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions. Just, I guess, to clear up the confusion of the question that we got from Ms. Wingsinger, is that normally when we did one of the grants, or most of the grants, we listed the business that had applied, and it kind of
Okay.
gave some background information in that section of, so they didn't
In the
have to come up in
resolution.
it, right?
All
And
right.
then it kind of took the first couple of lines out of the resolution,
Okay.
inserted it so everybody knew who the money was going to and what new business, and it kind of alerts the public as to new business opening up as well. So it's kind of helpful.
Okay.
Any more discussion on the resolution? No? Well, Dwayne's absolutely right. We usually have more information on the applications for DZ funds. Josh, do you want to just give me a real quick on what you just told Audrey? This is for hair salon up at the Fairgrounds Plaza.
Well, two colors.
Standard boilerplate, and you recommend it.
Correct.
Enough. Okay. Do I have any action on these? We'll do this as consent agenda. You want to do this
I would
consent
prefer to
agenda?
do all three.
All right. We'll do this as a consent agenda. So that would be Resolution 2013-40, 2013-41, 2013-42. So, as a consent agenda, do I have,
Do we,
you wanna go and do the, you wanna do the?
does
department
anybody
heads?
know the other two that we're talking about?
They all have the revised
Yeah,
agenda.
right.
I just,
We just didn't leave it up there.
Okay.
So do you, I'll open it back up for discussion, Randy, do you wanna talk
No,
about
no,
those?
I just wanted to make sure, because I thought they had the same draft that I
No,
did.
they
So
have the-
They have a revised?
I had emailed you the draft, the agenda, and I forgot to print it out, even though I
Put it on
printed out the
the-
resolution.
Okay. No, we get that. Everybody knows what we're talking about.
Alright, so we're back to, action on this consent agenda. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2013-40, 41, and 42.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Belton?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. DeFalco?
Yes.
And Mr. Dow?
Yes. Okay, approval of department head reports. Treasurer's report. Do we have any discussion on that? Hearing none, do I have, a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve treasurer's report.
I have a first, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Belton?
Abstain.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. DeFalco?
Yes.
And Mr. Dow?
Yes. Okay,
And
we
I'm
have,
sorry, that motion was on all the department reports and the treasurer's report?
this
That was
was,
specific, sorry.
this was treasurer, approval of department head reports, and I specifically said that the
Okay.
treasurer's report as it's listed here.
Okay.
So now, we would have approval of the bill list. Any discussion on the bill list? Hearing none, any motion, do I have a motion on the bill list?
I'll make a motion to approve the bill list.
I have a first, Mr. Falco, do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Belton?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. DeFalco?
Yes.
And Mr. Dow?
Yes. Okay, we have old business. Does anyone have any old business?
Mr. Mayor, I have a couple things when you're ready. Okay. On the buzzards, down on Cripps Drive to 31st, the USDA will be out here to start to take care of that problem with the bird and effigy. There was a question on the amount. There was a pre-construction meeting last week. Construction is scheduled to begin in March, obviously weather depending, with most likely completed by the beginning of April. Bismarck Street Bridge, the county is ready to pave that and redo that. We have a meeting this Wednesday, I think at 9:30 a.m. regarding that here, and then I'll have a start date on that. The compost site, I'm still working on it, waiting for a call back on a couple other towns that I had called when we had talked about other options other than running our own. There was some discussion on RVTV filming our meetings and posting it, and they were, the last message I got, but they haven't returned my message, is they were working on a price for us. And then I left a message back about what the price should be, and I haven't heard back yet. So I'll follow up on that again. Live Where You Work, I sent another call into, because they never got a hold of me. They were gonna have this lady call me. So I called them back again Friday and asked them I needed paperwork so I can get it out and get it on the website. FEMA, the first part of all of our salaries and everything like that, that project's been submitted to the state. That's only about $22,000. The rest of it, we were working on it again today. We had to measure root ball sizes and everything like that. And that project's probably in excess of $200,000. So we had to get some more information, need some more pictures, and then I'll sign for that project, and then that'll be sent to the state. And then once the state JFO approves it, it'll be sent off for payment, and then they'll wire it into our account. That's all I have.
Okay, so the mount construction, when is that actually gonna start?
March, but like he said, depending on, if weather cooperates, it'll be done in March. If the weather's, bad, it'll, but no, Limo assured me no later than the first week of April should be, that project should be completed.
The bridge, are they just paving it or are they
I
repairing?
think they're doing some structural work to it also. That was on a grant that they got, I guess it was sometimes last year. We also have one other thing, we also have two other grants that were out there where I guess previous administration decided to pave Jefferson Avenue. We have to do that by September or we receive a penalty. It's on the CDGB funds. So I have to see what the engineering costs are gonna be on that because that's not included in the grant package. So as soon as I have that total figure, I'll give you that figure, and then we'll have to, we gotta have it awarded by September. Doesn't have to be done, we just have to have the project awarded by then. Jefferson Avenue.
Jefferson Avenue.
Why are we gonna pave it, not addressing the drainage issue in the area with the house?
I think they did address the drainage issue when that pipe broke. The previous money, other grants have been used, something didn't get paved, and I think that was what it was used for out there.
That's what I thought the money was used for as well, for the drainage.
Yeah, there was another grant, I'm not sure which one, I just remember being at one of the meetings, and they took care of the catch basins and the pipes were collapsed.
Okay.
And at some point, someone decided Jefferson Avenue to be repaved, and that's how it was written into this grant.
So
Now, I don't know if we could change that or not, I can find out, but, we're working on, we'll be working on a deadline.
But it is a grant, right, so we don't have to come
Yep,
up.
the only thing we gotta come up with is the engineering cost.
The soft goods. Status of the King Street repave.
I have a call into the county to see what, and I have not heard back from them yet. I will follow up on that.
Got something I dug up out of my file. Whatever happened to the Burlington County survey results regarding rec grant fund uses? The county took a survey and they were supposed to put the results together.
It was done by the county.
Done by
I'm not familiar with that, but I'll find out.
Also, we were talking about Garden Street.
Oh, that was the other thing I didn't put on my list. Mr. Long's reviewed the file. Obviously, the curbs weren't included in it. And we're looking at alternatives for those trees and alternatives to the curbing. Part of the problem was, he said, the way it was striped out, obviously, it's a little further over. There was a decision at some point not to restripe it when it was paved. I know I had recommended the previous administration it should be restriped once it was done, and